Hello everyone, and welcome to today's flight where we are flying VATSIM Friday night ops, where we are flying from Minneapolis to Chicago Midway with the Canadian Xpress Boeing 737-700 on the VATSIM network with 110 passengers. Our cruise altitude today is 33,000 feet with an expected flight time of 1 hour 10 minutes. We're running a little bit behind tonight. We're having some PC issues. It looks like a rebuild might be down the road in the near future. But anyways, we've gone ahead, set up our weight, flight, everything for our flight basically. So at this point in time, we've got catering services. And we're going to go ahead. Looks like there'll be full ATC for today's flight. We'll be contacting ATC shortly for our clearance. We're planning, we filed for the RST-9 departure off runway 12 right. Current weather in Chicago Midway. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, correction. Current weather in Minneapolis. We're departing Minneapolis and going to Chicago Midway. At least let's make sure we're going in the right direction. Current weather in Chicago, in Minneapolis, winds are 160 at 13, gusting 19 knots, visibility 10 statute miles. Clouds clear below 20,000, temperature 22, dew point 8, altimeter is 2973. While catering is being loaded, we'll just go ahead do through some technical details. The aircraft we're flying today is a PMDG 737-700, which is part of the expansion pack. Minneapolis scenery is by FS Dream Team. Chicago Midway is by Fly Tampa. And ground services is FS Dream Team's GSX ground services. being loaded. We're going to go ahead and contact ground and get our clearance.
St. Paul ground team, with you looking for IFRS file to Chicago Midway. Xpress 7, Minneapolis ground. Current request number 2. 1684, you're clear to the Atlanta airport. Number 6 departure, no 9 transition, and is filed. Climb city except maintain 7,000, expect flight level 35010, and after the frequency 135.47, block 3665.
Welcome to Atlanta International Flight number 2 departure, transition, altitude is 7,000 feet, landing top departure, flight level 340. Departure frequency is 135.47, and block 3665 for Delta 1684.
Block 3665.
3665 for Delta 1684.
Delta 1684, read back, expect runway 17, advise on way for pushback.
Alright, we'll expect runway 17 for departure. We're guys ready for pushback, not pilot discretion. And we'll copy Delta 1684.
17 hour taxi.
Radar unit 226 clear, go ahead.
Delta 1711. Skyway 1708, runway 17, taxi via Alpha, Charlie, sure 12 right at Charlie.
Chicago ground, good evening, Canadian Express 1.
Taxi via Alpha, Charlie, hold short, Charlie, 12 right, Skyway 1708. Ground taxi. Express 372, monitor tower 126.7. 126.7.
Chicago ground, Canadian Express 1.
Okay.
Medical scan, that was
Hey, you guys are talking over each other.
medical scan, so Lima Echo requesting to cross runway 22.
Alpha Lima Echo Cross 22 on Papa, continue your taxi.
Continuing your taxi up on Echo.
Ground American 7 ready for taxi.
Minneapolis ground, Delta 4811, request taxi to the gate.
Ground here 654, ready for taxi, runway 128.
Hey, MK Express 6514, tell me where you're parked or what taxiway you're on.
We're at parking 33, host to taxiway VC6
Roger, thank you.
Minneapolis ground, Delta 7, already taxi.
K Express 654, runway 12 right, taxi via Whiskey, cross 22 on Whiskey.
Taxi Whiskey, cross runway 22 on 3654.
Sorry everybody, it's taking so long. Let's see if we can get on clearance at this moment. American 7, runway 17, taxi via Papa, Charlie, Hold short of 12 right at Charlie.
Okay, Papa Charlie, hold short of 12 right at Charlie.
Minneapolis 1, this is Alpha Lima Echo, holding short runway 12 left, awaiting further instructions.
Alpha Lima Echo, contact Tower 127.
Contacting Tower 124.7.
And Chicago Ground to Express 1 requesting IFR clearance to Chicago Midway is filed.
Minneapolis ground, Skyway 1708, holding short 12 Charlie.
Skyway 1708, monitor Tower 126.7.
Hello, Tower 126.7. Charlie 1708.
Okay, I'm sorry I got backed up on clearances, guys. Just call in with your clearance request again. I have Xpress 1 calling in as well.
Affirmative.
United 226, O'Hare.
Was that United 226?
Affirmative.
Alright, United 226. Your first Canadian Express 1 will be number 2.
Delta 1831, get in line for clearance to O'Hare, please.
And ground Delta 1680 for pushback.
United 226, you're cleared to the O'Hare Airport, Rochester 9 departure, then as filed, Columbia City accept maintain 7000, expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after, departure frequency 135.47, squawk 3667.
3667 in advance, United 226.
226, squawk, react, correct, expect runway 12, correction, runway 17, advise on way to push.
What's up, call for push, thanks, 226.
Mark 7, Charlie short 12, right.
And ground Delta 1684, we're ready for pushback.
7, monitor tower 126.7.
Monitor tower, Merck. 1831, I for the Chicago push.
Delta 1831, clearance on request, Minneapolis ground.
Ground Delta 1684.
Delta 6084, push back to Quebec.
Push back onto Quebec, and can we face nose right or nose left?
Face your nose northwest.
Alright, to the northwest for 64, thank you.
Canadian Express 1, your flight level requires an amendment. Can you accept lower?
Yeah, we can take lower.
Canadian Express 1, you're clear to the Midway Airport, Rochester 9. And as filed, climb via state except maintain 7,000, expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after. Departure frequency 135.47, squawk 3017.
Roger, Canadian Express 1 is clear to Chicago Midway via the roster 9 departure flight plan route. Climb maintain 7,000, expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 13547, squawk 3017, Canadian Express 1.
Canadian want to read back correct, expect runway 17, advisory for pushback.
Runway 17, and we are ready for pushback, Canadian Express 1.
And ground up to 684, you're supposed to face right or left, sorry, sir.
From the perspective of you pushing back, your tail should have faced to the left of where you were when you were facing the terminal.
Alright, thank you. 684.
Okay, any other aircraft with clearance requests I may have missed? Call in again.
Canadian Express 7, still looking for clearance.
Sorry about that. Canadian Express 7, your clearance request will be number 1.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Canadian Express.
You can S5 AM9 as well. Clearly. Okay, Canadian Express, you're clear to the Midway Airport, Rochester 9 departure, then as filed, climb via state except maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure, departure frequency 135.47, squawk 2411.
ATC clears Canadian Express 7 has filed to Chicago Midway, Rochester 9, 7,000 on the SID, 290 in 10, 3547 departure, 2411 on Express 7.
Express 7 read back correct. Expect runway 17 advisory to push.
17 advisory to push, Canadian Express 7.
Okay, we're just making an amendment to our flight plan. We were planning for 212 right, and they're giving us 17. So we're just making
1831. Clearance on request. Ground 226 with uniform push. United 226, push back onto Quebec or Delta, whichever is nearer. As I'm ready for taxi. Quebec or Delta, whichever one VFX decides to put us on to approved 226. Delta 1831, you clear to the O'Hare Airport. Rochester 9 departure, and as filed. Columbia State except maintains 7,000, expect flight level 310, 31,000. 11 minutes after. Departure frequency 135.47, squawk 2402.42.
O'Hare is filed. Rochester 9 departure, Columbia State except maintains 7,000. We'll select the final altitude level 310, 10 minutes after. 3547, 2402, Delta 1831.
Delta 1831, read back correct, expect runway 17 advisory for push.
17 request, Delta 1831.
Minneapolis, ground Canadian United 1661, picture out towards
United 1660 Minneapolis ground, clearance on request. All aircraft be advised, information Victor was current probably about 15 minutes ago, still current now.
In Chicago, ground Canadian Express 1 ready for push.
Canadian Express 1, push your discretion, and you're in the alley, advise on right for taxi.
Okay, Express 1.
United 1660, you're clear to the Denver Airport, Chef 9 departure, O'Neill transition, then as filed, Columbia City, except maintains 7,000, expect until 36010 minutes after. Departure frequency 135.47, squawk 3011.
Squawking 3011.
United 60 squawk feedback correct, runway 17, advise on rate for push.
Runway 17 will come for taxi. 6060.
Ground, United 5. Minneapolis Ground, United 509, request IFR to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. We have reservation Victor.
United 509, Minneapolis Ground, you filing direct, are you able to accept standard instrument departures?
What is the departure for 509 again?
You filed Rochester, then Zipper. You filed the standard arrival, but you didn't file SID. Can you accept SID? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Simpler and it was direct to that VOR, but I would accept SID. You could prefer United 509.
Roger, United 509, correction request. United 509, O'Hare Airport, Rochester 9 departure, then as filed. Climb via SID, accept, maintain 7,000, expect flight level 310 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.47, squawk 3636.
Okay, so I still didn't get the SID for United 509. I 7,000 initial climb. Climb the SID. Final expect final for 310 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 135.47 and squawk is 3636. Continue to keep the SID for 509.
Standard instrument departure is Rochester 9. Romeo Sierra Tango 9er.
Okay, Rochester 9 departure for United 509.
United 509, read back correct, expect runway 17, advise when ready for push.
Okay, we call and push United 509, thank you.
And ground, Delta 1684, ready to taxi.
Delta 1684, wait, one.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, 226 with Victor and Pat Hampton there.
Last aircraft, your call sign again.
United 226.
United 226, runway 17, taxi via Quebec Charlie. Hold short 12 right at Charlie.
Quebec Charlie, short of 12 right, 226.
Delta 1684, ready to taxi. United 737 going to 1721.
Yeah, 1684, runway 17, taxi via Quebec Charlie. Short 12 right at Charlie, follow the United 737 in front of you.
Alright, we're following the company 737, Delta 1684.
Ground weather 1831, Victor, ready to push. To class 14.
Is that Delta 1831?
Delta 1831, Fox 14, information, Victor, ready for push.
Delta 1831, I gave you a clearance, correct?
Affirmative, beacon code was 2402 for Delta 1831.
Unlocking gear. Roger, Delta 1831, push back onto Delta. Approved. I was ready for taxi. Disconnected. Bypass main.
Pushing Delta is approved. We're beam Bravo and Alpha on the southwest corner. Is that going to be from Delta 1831?
Oh yeah, push on Bravo if it's more convenient for you.
Okay, on Bravo's approval, call for taxi Delta 1831. We have Victor.
It's clear. Right, it's clear.
And
On ground, you coast 589 is requesting up. Danger. Yep, UPS 589 requesting I for clearance to Xpress file with information uniform. UPS 49, clearance request number 2. Sun Country 655, Minneapolis ground, you read me?
Alright, copy, number 6.
Sun Country 655, cleared to the Denver Airport, Chef 9 departure, O'Neill transition, and as filed. Line V6 except maintain 7,000, flight level 38010 minutes after departure, departure frequency 135.47, squawk 3043.
Clear Denver, Chef 9, O'Neill transition, as filed, 135.47, 2043 in the box, roughly 655.
Sun Country 655, reback correct, expect runway 17, push at your discretion, advisory protect.
And we'll call you for taxi.
Canadian Express 1, ready for taxi, runway 17.
Canadian Express 1, runway 17, taxi via Charlie 5, Charlie, hold short 12 right at Charlie, follow the United A320.
Charlie 5, Charlie, and hold short runway 12 right, Canadian Express 1, and check will follow that traffic.
And Express 7's ready for pushback.
Express 7, pushback on the Quebec, advisory for taxi.
Clear to push, call taxi, Express 7.
United 226, monitor tower on 26.7.
We'll listen to the guy on 2678. You did a good night. Thanks for the service. We'll see you later. United 226.
Yeah, first ground, 848, 45, fire.
Ground 3's at Bravo Papa, off 12 right, Delta for signature.
November 328, will Papa taxi via Whiskey to signature.
Signature via Whiskey 3 at Bravo Papa.
And ground Delta 684, interrupting quickly, US to change frequencies.
Say that again, please.
We'd like to change frequencies for 684.
What do you mean you had to change frequency?
You want us to monitor tower, we're behind the 737.
Yeah, I monitored 6.7.
767 and then go back with your controlling remote.
UPS 49 heavy, your Denver Airport, Chef 9 departure, O'Neill transition, then as filed. Might be a city that maintains 7,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure, squawk 3071, departure frequency 13547.
Aircraft Denver as filed, Chef 9, the ONL transition, back to runway 17, climb to 7,000, squawk 3013, yes, 49.
Squawk 3071.
3071, please, that's 49. Yep.
UPS 49 Heavy, read that correct, expect runway 12 right, advise ready for taxi.
Yes, right, 12 right for UPS 49 and we'll advise ready for taxi.
Minneapolis, UPS,
Ground Haven Express 2 London Star, looking for service Midway with Victor.
Express 210, Minneapolis, clearance of request, wait 1.
Grand United 226 on the other 1 right. Just want to confirm continue taxi via Charlie.
Can you say that again, please?
Yes, United 226 on the other side, a 1-2 right, and we're told to monitor you. Just want to make sure continue taxi via Charlie for now.
Okay, roger, yeah.
Charlie Wilker.
Grand Express service ready taxi 17.
Aircraft calling clear, call sign again.
Canadian Express 007.
Minneapolis ground, American Airlines, 59 requesting IFR clearance to Denver. American Airlines Heavy 59er, clearance of request, you're number 3 right now. Canadian Express 7, did you get a clearance already?
Yeah, we're cleared. We push started. We're good to taxi. So, Express 7.
Okay, American Canadian Express 7, 1117, you can taxi via Papa Charlie, hold short 1 through right at Charlie.
Papa Charlie, 2 right at Charlie, Express 7.
Taxi Victor. Ground Roger 1841 ready for taxi information Victor.
Canadian Express, are you still on this frequency? 1.
Canadian Express 1, roger, we're on frequency.
Canadian Express 1, contact tower 127.7.
26-7, Canadian Express 1, thanks.
If you can, turn right on Whiskey 8 and hold short on the 1 to right.
Roger, we will check the return on Whiskey 8 and hold short of 1 to right for Delta 1684.
Delta 1570, welcome to Minneapolis, contact ground point 8 today.
Ground point 8 tonight, Delta 1578.
Tower Canadian Express 1 checking in, taxiing runway to runway 17, currently on Whiskey.
Aircraft calling say again.
Tower, good evening, Canadian Express 001, taxiing runway 17 on Whiskey.
Yeah,
Express 001 Minneapolis Tower, good evening. For future reference, don't cross an active runway without passing the tower. Continue taxi runway 17 via Whiskey, and give way to the 737 in front of you. We'll be passing off to your right.
Minneapolis Tower, Delta
Delta Minneapolis Tower, 12 left, clear to land, 1160 at 11, gust 18.
Clear to land, runway 12 left, 730.
Delta 1684, cross, runway 12 right, turn left on Alpha, and hold short there.
Actually, once you're ready to go, so we can cross runway 12 right now.
Delta 1684, roger, cross, runway 12 right, turn left on Alpha, and monitor ground 121.8.
Alright, we will cross runway 12, left on Alpha, and then monitor ground 1.8, Delta 1684.
Minneapolis Tower, LS 1708 with you at 3500.
Scout 1708 Minneapolis Tower, 6 map control, 737, runway 12 left, clear to land, 1160 at 11, gust 18.
Runway 12 left, clear to land, 1708.
Minneapolis Tower, Express 7, hold short 12 right, Charlie looking across.
Express 07, Minneapolis, right on Whiskey, cross runway 22, and hold short of runway 17.
Cross 12 right, continue Whiskey, and to hold short on 17, extra 7, thanks.
Express 001 flying 215, runway 17, cleared for takeoff, with 1 left, correction 160 at 11, gust 18.
Roger, 215 on the heading, and we check the winds, clear for takeoff, runway 17, Canadian Express 1, thanks.
Delta 5740, right when able, contact ground 8, good day.
Over there on point 8, good day.
United 226 at the end, runway 17, and up and wait.
Runway 17, United 226.
V1. V1. Rotate. V2.
Scout 1708, second to last exit, continue all the way down to the end of the runway, exit right, contact ground 121.8, good day.
Contact ground 121.8, Chicago 1708. Good day.
Minneapolis approach, good evening, Canadian Express 1 with you, crossing 3.8 for 7, heading 215.
Canadian Express 001, Minneapolis approach, radar contact. Express 001, turn left 160, when able, proceed with Doctor, from the Rochester Niner departure.
Roger, clear direct Doctor, Canadian Express 1.
Number 525, turn right heading 300 vectors for the approach, descend and maintain 3000.
Right to number 525, right to heading of 300 for vectors and down to 3000.
Drop to 3815 traffic, clock, 3 miles, 10 altitude, sending through 8000 everyone in the E-jet.
Ground 1 CCAS up to 3815.
Drop to 3815, maintain visual separation with the traffic. Minneapolis approach to East Gas Highway 1 descending 4,590 kilo 3. Canadian Express 001, final maintain 7,000. God damn.
Was that 17,000 for Canadian Express 1?
Delta 3815, reduce speed to 190.
Down to 190 knots for Delta 3815.
Skywest 5001, Minneapolis approach, good evening, runway 12 right. Kilo Express 12 right, Skywest 51. Canadian Express 001, 8 17,000.
Canadian Express 1, thanks.
Delta 38, why are you descending? The last assigned altitude on that arrival is 8,000.
Looks
like my being out.
Late call, passing 13.26, 4 to 7.
United 226, standby, Delta 3815, so why are you descending?
Being out, taking real quick, sorry about that, Delta 3815.
815 in the future, make sure you read and abide by the chart. Maintain 7,000 for now. United contract minus maintain 17,000. When able, turn left direct Doctor from the Rochester Niner departure.
Doctor, join the arrival. I maintain 1772,000 at 226.
Departure Canadian Express 7 with you, 3 for 7, 17.
Canadian Express 007, Minneapolis departure, radar contract, climb, maintain 17,000.
17,000, Canadian Express 7.
Canadian Express 001, contact Minneapolis Center 12.35, good night.
3235 for Canadian Express 001, thanks.
Number 525, turn right, 11. Level, set on the arrival. Southwest 154, roger. I gave that to you with the descend via. You were given the descend via the Blue 3 arrival, runway 13 right transition.
And Center, King Express 1 with you, climbing through 15,000 for 17,000.
King Express 001, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, King Express 1.
Southwest 154, contact Minneapolis at 145.47, 3547. If you're unable to any of the restrictions, make sure you let him know about that time so you can plan for that. 3547, Southwest 154.
The Center, hello, United 226 passing through 11-8 for 17 direct doctor.
And 226 Minneapolis Center, roger, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Up to 230, United 226.
Southwest 134, contact Minneapolis 133.4, unit. .4, Southwest 134. KMSP Express 001, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4, good night.
3344 for 33.4 for Canadian Express 1, thanks.
370, 80 miles west of Dupree.
Delta 9389, Minneapolis Center radar contact after Dupree, be alarm cleared at Zipper 6, fight for arrival, Minneapolis, Wow. Let's try that again, Delta 9389, clear direct. After Dupree, clip Zipper, fight for arrival, Chicago.
Okay, after Dupree, clear to Zipper, direct, and then fight for arrival for Chicago, Delta 9389, thanks.
Chicago Center, good evening, Canadian Express 001 with you, flight level 230, looking for higher.
Canadian Express 001, Minneapolis Center, hello, climbing team, flight level 290.
290, Canadian Express 1, thanks.
City Center, hello, United 246, climbing through flight level 204 for 230 over doctor.
Unit T26, Minneapolis Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 310 and expedite your climb up to flight level 310 for traffic.
Expedite up to 31, United 226.
Envoy 3803, thanks for the help this evening. FedEx Chicago Center 126.87. Bye, Jordan. Have a great rest of your weekend.
2337, it's great hearing your voice.
Jackson 1420, thanks for this evening. FedEx Chicago Center 126.87. Let them know if you're my number, please. We'll see you later.
We'll tell them the lock number. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Envoy 3792, thanks for your help this evening. FedEx Chicago Center 126.87.
26.87. CMX. Envoy 3792.
Bye, Matthew. Southwest 134, FedEx Chicago Center 126.87.
126.87, Southwest 134.
Center giving Xpress 7 through 21-4-23.
Canadian Minneapolis Center, good evening. Climb maintain flight level 310.
Xpress 7, thanks.
Center, that's 164, climbing through flight level 260 for 310.
Delta 164, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
Minneapolis Center, Delta 9289. Just be advised I'm going to disconnect for a while. Appreciate your service, though.
Delta 939, no worries. See you later.
That's it.
Trainer 261, clear zipper, and then the Flight 4 arrival, Chicago here.
Direct the zipper and then the Flight 4 arrival, Trainer 261. And Center Southwest 420, we're starting descent 240.
Southwest 420, roger, thank you. Southwest 420, connect Minneapolis 125.3. Bye, Brad. Have a great rest of your weekend.
125.3, good to hear you, Nick. Hopefully we'll see you again. See you later.
See you soon. Danny Express 001, contact Chicago Center 126.87. We'll see you later.
One 126.8 for Connect Express 1, thanks.
T26, contact Chicago Center 126.8. See you later.
2680, thanks for the service. See you later. So long. Yeah, 326.
Chicago Center, good evening. Connect Express 1 with you. Flight level 290.
Express 1, good evening. Maintain flight 290.
Connect Express 1.
Envoy 3792, reduce your indicated airspeed by 1010 knots, please, for spacing.
Reduce by 10 knots, Envoy 3792.
Envoy 3803, advanced discussion with center maintain flight level 230.
Discussion 230, Envoy 3803. Chicago United 226, level 310.
226, maintain flight level 2310. Are you giving a restriction?
Negative.
Okay. Today Express 372, contact Chicago Center 135.15, good day.
13515, Express 372, thank you.
Chicago Southwest 1685, vacating flight level 370 for 230.
Chicago Center American 41 with you. About 14 miles away from the peak.
Houston 3, we're coming up on, sorry about that, you go ahead.
I guess in American 41, be coupled.
1041?
Just checking in, we lost connection from the, we're connected to, so I'm just checking in, I'm about 9 miles away from the EPR.
Okay, you can continue with the Chicago Center on 127.8.
Just in play.
Chicago Center, East 3, we're level here, 230. Or we're descending at 230.
Okay. Houston 3, heavy contact Chicago Center 135.15.
3515, Houston.
Chicago Center, Connect Express 7 with you, level 10. Express 7, roger, maintain flight 310. Express 7. United 318, descend and maintain flight level 230.
230 for United 318.
United 318, squawk now 4015.
4015 for United 318.
American 418, contact Chicago on 135.15.
Yeah, we're Chicago 135.15 for American 418. Have a good night.
Good night. And Cactus 1420 looks like a little off course.
I'm sorry about that. We had a little navigation computer problem here. Could you give me direct vectors direct to next waypoint on my flight plan, and I should be able to solve it by doing that.
Stand by. Air 1420, turn right heading 180 to get back on the flight plan.
180.
Yeah, aircraft start up. And 527 low, and top discussion is maintained, follow 230.
Our discretion on 230, United 527.
527, change to the Shane 1 arrival, please.
That's Shane 1?
That is correct.
Roger, Shane 1, United 527.
Charter Central, give a 214 with you out of 3,500 to 3,000.
Delta 3159.
Delta 3159, sir.
I'm going to make you, probably have to hold there, just stand by.
Roger, sir. Delta 3159.
Okay, United 1967 Heavy, contact Chicago 71355.
So one, I'm sorry, can you repeat that again, please?
35.15.
3515, 1967.
Convoy 3803, what's your indicated airspeed?
One knots.
Say again?
300 knots.
Okay, maintain 320 knots, please.
We're unable for that.
Okay, maintain 300. United 318 Heavy, reduce speed to 250 knots for spacing.
250 knots for spacing, United 318.
Convoy 3792, descend and maintain, follow 230.
Flight level 230 on way 3792. United 527 out of 350.
1074 Heavy, descend and maintain, follow 210.
Descend and maintain, follow 210, FedEx 1074.
Collision American 817-8230.
Okay, 817, Roger, expect to hold.
Okay, expect to hold American 817.
Sierra Center, Delta with you, descending to Delta 294 for follow 290.
American, sorry, was that Delta 2112? Yes, you are. Maintain flight 290 and stand by. Delta 3153, Delta 3159.
Okay, it's 3 what? Delta 3159, that's us.
Okay, contact 3159, contact Chicago 15.1.
Delta 3159, sir?
Yes, sir, 3159, Chicago Center 135.15.
13515, 3159, thank you.
Yeah, Jack is 1420, descend maintain follow with 230, and you can clear your direct flight.
230 direct flight, Texas 1420.
United 38, turn right 15 degrees for spacing.
Right 15 degrees, United 318 for space.
Sound Envoy 3803, turn left 50 degrees for spacing. Increase speed ahead. Left 15 degrees for spacing. Left 15 degrees, Envoy 3803.
Sir, for the consistent, are we just sitting by the arrival, or will be giving us more further soon?
United 226, descend to maintain level 230.
230, United 230.
Xpress 1074 heavy, contact Chicago 135.1 times.
Alright, Chicago 135.1 times, FedEx 1074 heavy.
Maintain flight level 230, United 527, flight level 230, thanks. Southwest 1685, contact Chicago on 135.15.
135.15, Southwest 1685.
Sure. Center is
not sure who that was. Delta 2112, descend to maintain flight level 230.
Delta 230 for 2112.
And Charlie said Delta 4 shipping in with you 620.
Delta 1831, roger. Delta 1684, roger.
Center
1, descend to maintain flight level 230.
230, that's what we're looking for. Canadian Express 1, thanks.
Today, Experience 7, cloud discussion, descend to maintain flight level 230.
230, my discretion, Canadian Express 7.
Envoy 3803, contact Chicago Center at 135.15. You should be descending to flight level 230.
230 on 3515. Chicago, Delta 1831 is with you, level flight level 290.
United 318, contact Chicago 135.15.
3515 for United 318. Good night, sir.
Sorry. Have the other aircraft calling from the west was?
Delta 1831, flight level 290, good evening.
Well, 1831, discussion, descend to maintain level 230.
Level 20, Delta 1831.
Delta 1684, time maintain flight 350.
Yeah, we're getting right now. We're just passing through that. Slow down, Captain Happy.
Speedbird 294 heavy. American 817, contact Chicago on 127.8.
What is your good meeting, American 817?
Delta 2112, Chicago Center now, 127.8.
Center at 127.8 for 112 tonight.
Cactus 1412, 20, confirm your direct flight.
Can you give me a heading? I'm sorry. My position information is completely inaccurate.
Okay, 095, please.
Thanks.
United 527, contact Chicago Center, 135.15.
13515, yeah, 5.7.
Chicago Center, Delta 684, we got a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, we're just wondering if you guys, if your software can calculate it.
I'm sorry, we've got a long disturbance on it. Can you send text, please? Speedbird 294, Heavy. Southwest 134, if I didn't give that to you earlier. Now it's discussion to send and maintain follow the 230.
230, Southwest 134.
Road is Convoy 3072, contact Chicago on 135.15.
3515, 234, so
Chicago Center, speedbird 294.
Good, 294 Heavy, roger, descend and maintain flight level 230.
230, speedbird 294.
Delta 713, contact Minneapolis on 1, let me start that again. 0.225.
Going down Minneapolis 7 for 134, decimal 25. Yep, 712.
Speedbird 294 Heavy, contact Chicago Center 127.8.
278, speedbird 294.
Cactus 1420, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
135.15, thanks, Alaska.
Chicago Center, Houston, United 866, descending flight level 320.
Delta 16 for so not the time to give voice checks. So United 856 Heavy, Rogers, 19523320.
Maintaining the 320, United 856.
Delta 684, training at 350.
And Express 1, contact Chicago on 135.15.
3515, Kidding Express 1, thanks.
Hey, flight level 230. That is 1420 Chicago Center, getting United 318 direct flight.
Direct flight for United 318.
Chicago Center, Kidding Express 1 with you, flight level 230.
Envoy 3803, contact Chicago, 20.902. Envoy 3792, turn right, heading 1, correction 20, correction 160, flying 160. 160 on Way 3792.
Delta 3159, turn right heading 360.
Turning right 360, Delta 3159.
Yeah, 1867, correct Shane, cross Shane, 2000, 3004.
Direct Shane 12000, yeah, 37.
United 527, yeah, 27, clear direct Shane, cross Shane, 2000, the O'Hare, altimeter 3005.
I'm sorry, direct Shane at 2000, yeah, 527.
No worries.
Chicago Center, Canadian Express 001 with you, flight level 230.
Thanks, that's one, sorry for the delay. VATSIM via the ND4 arrival, the Midway altimeter 3005.
Chapter altimeter descending via the ME4 arrival, Canadian Express 1, thanks.
And Chicago to 230.
Canadian Express 7, Chicago Center, good evening, it's via the ND4 arrival, the Midway altimeter 3005.
Descend on the ND4 for O'Hare, Express 7. Or for Midway, Express 7.
Chicago United 226, 230.
Envoy 3792, turn heading 300.
300 on Boy 3792.
Yes, it's 1420 to 17, 11,000. Southwest 685, Chicago approach 135.02.
3502, 1685.
Chicago approach 1074, Chicago approach 135.02.
Chicago approach 135.02, FedEx 1074.
Just confirm that is left heading 300 for Envoy 3792.
Envoy 3792, affirm. United 318, contact Chicago approach on 118.92.
11892 for United. Have a good night, sir.
No, it's Envoy 3792, disregard, turn right heading 270, that's 17, 1000, that was south turn rated for about 10 miles. Delta 3159, turn left to 300.
Left to 300, Delta 3159.
United 16, 1967, clear direct, Shane, cross Shane, 12,000.
Direct Shane, cross Shane, 12,000.
San Southwest 134, I'll follow 30.
It's Southwest 134, Chicago Center, descend via the ND4 arrival, and Midway altimeter 3005.
3005, ND4 arrival, Southwest 134.
Chicago United 226, 230.
United 226, Chicago Center, good evening.
Yeah, you got a 226, send them 18, 1000, turn left heading 360.
Due northbound to 1180.
Envoy 3792, correct, cross fight, 11,000.
Direct to fight and 1000 at fight, Envoy 3792.
Yeah, 527, contact Chicago approach, 118 point, correction 135.02, 3502.
3502 United, 527 you.
Delta 3159, correct, end.
Yeah, Chicago, I apologize. None of these waypoints are matching up for me. Would you like me to disconnect? I will. If not, can you give me a vector to it?
Delta 3159, not a problem. Fly heading 070.
Thank you, 070, Delta 3159. Do you want me to turn right to 070 or left?
Delta 3159, turn right heading 070.
Thank you, Delta 3159.
Delta 231, flightable 266, pilot pushing flightable 230.
Yeah, 226, turn left heading 180.
180.
Delta 1831, Chicago Center, good evening, descend across fight, 11,000, the O'Hare, September 3004.
Fight at 11,000, Delta 1831.
Yeah, Express 372, contact Chicago approach 135.02.
13502, Express 372.
Yeah, 226 put up center.
Yeah, 226, the O'Hare, September 3004.
Thank you.
Envoy 3792, sorry for the confusion, contact Chicago approach, only 0.92, have a night.
No problem, Steven, Envoy 3792.
Yeah, 226, correct flight, cross fight, 11,000, the O'Hare, September 3004.
Correct fight, cross at 11.
Yeah, 1967, contact approach 135.02, 3502.
3502, thank you.
226 contact Chicago Perth, 18.9 attitude.
1893.
Delta 3159, contact Chicago approach 135.02.
13502, thank you for your ATC and help, Delta 3159.
Southwest 730, contact Chicago approach 135.02 today.
135.02, Southwest 134.
American 5588, level 230.
American 5588, Chicago Center, good evening, descend across Shane 12000, the O'Hare altimeter 3004, headlining east.
Landing east, off the altimeter, Shane 12000, 588.
Service Center, this is Delta 55. We're with you 24,000 feet, heading 19.
Delta 55, Chicago Center, flight heading 070, descend 18, 12000.
Flight heading 070, descend maintain 12000.
Chicago Center, Jamaica 022 with you. Flight pending to Atlanta. Clearance and request.
And is that Arizona calling in?
Air Jamaica 022. On the ground, Fort Wayne for Atlanta.
Here's make it 22, contact Chicago Center on 127.8. Be clear.
Okay, 127.8, Jamaica 022.
Beijing 31, contact Chicago Perch, 118.9 to you, so long.
Chicago is 18, I believe you said. For Delta 1831, you have a great night.
Affirmative, 1892.
1892, so close. Delta 1831, have a great night.
Chicago Center 224 with you, level reserve Alpha.
United Aircraft, second in, say call sign again.
United 224, 224.
You got a 224, contact Chicago Center 126.87.
12687, thanks.
Delta 55 Heavy, you able to accept the Shane on arrival into O'Hare?
Delta 55 negative, sir.
Roger, how about the Bradford 5?
Let me check, sir. One.
Yeah, you Express 1 contact Chicago approach 135.0 to 135.02.
13502 for Canadian Express 001, thanks. Approach, good evening, Canadian Express 001 with you, descending through 7.7 for 6.
Canadian Express 001, expect visual 13 center.
Visual 13 center, Canadian Express 1, thanks.
American 418, there's traffic at your 2 o'clock, about 3 miles, say 777 report on site.
We got the traffic for 418 traffic.
American 418, VC 180.
Release to 180, 418.
43 180.
And from the flight deck, we're about 50 nautical miles from Chicago Midway at 6,000 feet on the MD4 arrival, and it looks like we're going to get the visual runway 13 center.
Southwest 134, you're going to be following a company 73, maintain visual separation to Fable.
Yeah, we have a traffic in sight, we're following Southwest 134.
Again, 418 contact, 133.6 to the night.
133.6 good night for 418.
Traffic.
Canadian Express 001 flight 047, maintain 2,500.
Down to 2,500, we need the heading again, Canadian Express 1.
040.
040, Canadian Express 1.
Delta 3159 at a field approximately 10 miles to your 2 o'clock, reported in sight.
Roger, sir, we're looking, thank you. Midway Delta 3159. I believe I have a high intensity light at approximately 2 o'clock at this time.
Delta 3159, you're the only one. Turn right
10 degrees, let me see if you see it.
Turning right 10 degrees, Delta 315 knot.
American 418 with me? Southwest 134, reduce speed 150. Can anyone on the frequency hear me?
Great.
Delta 31, here's you, sir.
Delta 3159, clear visual approach by 13 center and attention all aircraft. Midway Tower and I believe O'Hare Tower and ground have gone offline. Be aware that there are connection issues. American 5588, you with me?
Approach Delta 3159 airport, runway is in sight. On me now, 12 o'clock.
Delta 3159, clear visual approach on 13 center. Southwest 134, feels that you're 3 o'clock, report in sight.
We're in sight, Southwest 134.
Southwest 134, you're going to be number 2, clear visual approach on 13 center.
Number 2 is traveling in sight, clear visual approach on 13 center, Southwest 134.
Delta 197, we're here going through 12,800 down to 6,000.
Delta 1587, expect 10 left. American 418, you with me?
I'll go to Chicago with you and Mark to get it to Main Street approach.
Who is that?
First King Express 7 with you 6,000, sneaky for Midway.
Express 007, expect visual 13 center.
13 center, King Express 7.
King Express 007, just going to maintain 2,500.
Down to 2,500 now, King Express 7.
American 6588, 1,2,000.
Spirit 73 will be level 5,000.
Delta 3159, go around, fly heading at 180, climb and maintain 3,000.
180, 3000, Delta 3159.
Southwest 134, contact Midway Tower 135.2 tonight.
5.2 Southwest 134.
Canadian Express 007, fly heading at 040.
040, King Express 7.
American 5588, turn right heading 187.
180, 7,000, 588.
American 588, correction 5588, speed 180.
Alright, 180, 7,000, 588.
202, you with me?
Yeah, 6,000.
Boeing 763, contact Chicago 137.8.
Traffic. 27.8 for 63.
Chicago approach with you and Mark to the next 090.
Can you type the call sign?
And Mark to 206. Ryanair.
That's Ryanair 202?
Yeah, we do, Romeo, runway.
Okay, Ryanair 202, turn right heading 180, climb and maintain 5,000.
Go right to 180 and pin 8,000.
Canadian Express 001, the field is approximately 15 miles to your 3 o'clock, reported in sight.
Canadian Express 1 looking.
Canadian Express 007, speed 180.
It's on the way to Canadian Express 7.
Southwest 1540, you with me? Southwest 1540, expect a visual 13 center. Southwest 1540 to 7, maintain 4,000.
Canadian Express 1 has the field.
American 5588, turn right 180. Okay, right 180, 5588. Canadian Express 001, clear visual, approach on 13 center.
Clear visual 13 center, Canadian Express 1.
Canadian Express 001, contact Midway Tower 135.2, good night.
Roger, 135.2, Canadian Express 1. Midway Tower, Canadian Express 1, just turning base for runway 13 center.
Aircraft launch again.
Midway Tower, Canadian Express 1, just turning base for runway 13 center.
Canadian Express 1, Midway Tower. Winds 170 at 9er, runway 13 center, clear to land.
Check the winds, clear to land, runway 13 center, Canadian Express 1.
Canadian 356, we are able to accept Dennis and we are ready to take off.
Traffic.
Okay, 356 Echo Sierra. My apologies. It looks like we can take it straight to the Chicago Heights VOR, so you can cancel what I changed for you. You can head straight to that Charlie Golf Tango VOR. Apologies.
I'm not going to take off the 6 seconds here.
Okay. 56 Echo Sierra. Fly runway heading. Winds 170 at 9er, runway 13 center, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 13 center, clear for takeoff. 356 Echo Sierra, thank you.
Canadian Express, here's 1. Be advised, you have an aircraft you're trailing aircraft about 8 miles, each craft. Aircraft will depart runway prior to your arrival.
Canadian Express 1 checks.
Midway Tower, November 7th, going up with Sierra. I'm going to cancel all your calls. This isn't working out for me.
Two on Alpha Sierra.
Midway Tower, roger. Southwest 1456, just be advised, continue to hold short. We've got an aircraft on Alpha.
Hold short, Southwest 1456.
Midway Tower, Southwest 1227 is with you in short and right 13 left.
Southwest 1227, runway 13 left at November. Your number 2 will hold short behind the 737.
First 13 left November, and number 2 hold behind the 737. Southwest 12.
Midway Tower, Canadian Express 7, number 2 visual behind company 73.
Canadian Express 7. You are 4 miles in trail of the Boeing 737 aircraft. Will depart runway prior to your arrival. Winds 170 at Mare. Runway 13 center. Clear to land.
Copy the winds and departing traffic, and we're cleared to land 13 center, K Express 7.
Slow. 400. 300. 200.
Southwest 451 Tower, are you on my frequency?
One sync rate. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
No, Canadian 270,
Air 6 Sierra, contact departure 135.0.
135.006 Sierra.
Canadian 1, check runway to the left on Yankee will enable. Contact ground on 121.65. Check guys.
Roger, action to the left and over to ground on 12165 Canadian Express 1, thanks.
Southwest 51 with holding short 13 left.
Southwest 451. Continue hold short of runway 13 left. I'll tell you when it's fine.
Roger, continue holding short Southwest 51.
Midway ground, Canadian Express 1, clear runway 13 left on Yankee, looking for gate Bravo 17.
Canada Flight 401 taxi to land via Yankee Tango, have a good night.
Roger, taxi via Yankee, Canadian Express 1, thanks. Okay, and from the flight deck, once we're at the gate, we're going to send in our flight log, and we'll do an instant replay of the landing.
Oh, you...
Midway ground, good evening, Express 7 with you off 13 Center on Kilo, looking for a gate.
Can you see the first 407 taxis away on the Kilo, the Echo single out of the night?
Kilo Echo, Express 7, thanks.
Plus, no Kilo, it's Echo and Tango. Canadian First 307, Echo and Tango to the way on purpose good night. Canadian First 407 taxi to LV, Echo Tango out of the night.
Echo Kilo, Express 7, thanks.
It's gonna be Tango, so Echo Tango, Echo Tango.
Echo Tango, Express 7, thank you.
Hey, good evening, Midway ground, Gulf Street 48, Peter's here at Atlantic with the hotel. I'm ready for taxi.
Can you take 1113?
Well, that concludes this flight as well as this Twitch stream. Thanks for watching, everyone, and blue skies.